I'm Lahiri Nanda. This is Hustling from Home. Thank you so much for joining us, Amit Kumar. Tell us a little bit about No Broker.
So, No Broker is a C2C real estate platform which connects owners and tenants, buyers and sellers directly with each other without any broker in between. We are not only just in real estate transactions in terms of rentals, we are also in buy and sell, both residential and commercial. We do the end-to-end services right from packers and movers to home loan to furniture to home interiors. So basically, we are a one-stop shop solution for all real estate needs of our customers.
Okay, so according to business standard, in the next year, real estate sales are expected to drop about 35%. How is No Broker dealing with the situation? How are you keeping your business above the water at this time?
So as I said, No Broker is into both rental and sale. So rental constitutes to 70% of our business, and that business we think will jump very quickly as soon as the lockdown is over. Because the people who have changed the schools for their kids, they need to make sure that they are closer to the school, and people who have changed jobs need to move accordingly. So we think that the rental portion of our business, which is pretty decent in size, is something which will pick up faster. In terms of the sales business, what has happened was that post demonetization to the pre-lockdown period, the change which happened was that from inquiries to conversion started happening, but the demand was mainly coming from the end users. So people who really want to live into the house, who want to use it for their own purpose. The investors who want to invest, make a quick money and sell it later, had not started coming anyway. So that froth was not there in the market, which needs to be corrected or which will get corrected. The real customers who want house were the ones who were closing the house deals. And I think post lockdown, once things become clear, the numbers will again start building up. Two things should happen to make sure that it's positive. One is that the builders should give decent discounts so that buyers keep incentivized. Secondly, the uncertainty in terms of job security should not be high. As long as a person knows that he is going to have his job and he's clear that he wants to live into this particular society, this particular flat, the demand will again pick up.
So, how likely do you think it is that there will be low job security after this period, given that there's been a lot of unemployment during this time?
So, see, your guess is as good as mine. And let's hope that given the stringent measures that India has taken, we should be able to come out of this sooner than later. The best case scenario is perhaps by June end, and the more pessimistic scenario is by September end. What happens from a customer point of view is that customers think in terms of next 5 years, 10 years. When you make a decision, say, which is a purchase decision of buying a house, you are not thinking about next 2 quarters. You think about next 5 or 10 years. So your decision is basically remains largely unaffected. If you are an investor, which was anyway not in the market, then you think about 2 quarters and the price increase. For rentals, anyway, anyway, the duration is 11 months typically. So the decision is not a high value decision. We think if people get more cautious about the future and about job security, we might see that they might want to save rent by shifting to lower rental houses. So what happens typically in any crisis, just like this pandemic, typically the startups, the companies who save costs are the ones who benefit more and who capture higher market share. Companies like Uber and Airbnb were born after the 2008 global financial crisis because people wanted to save money. So the question is that if you are more uncertain about future, would you like to pay a full 2% sale brokerage, a full 1 month brokerage? Will you go to a broker, or will you come and will you try to save cost through a outfit like No Broker? We believe the second would happen, and as long as we service customers well, people would appreciate even more the savings that they can get by using a technology platform.
So based on that, then, do you think rental prices will change a lot going ahead?
What is happening is that in commercial outfits, because we are also into commercial, the rental prices might take a hit, at least temporarily, because people might not want to start working from office immediately. So in commercial, the owner itself is now agreeing for the rental changes. As far as residential is concerned, I think it will be a mixture. If the situation remains temporary for a quarter, then things might not change much. If a pessimistic scenario holds out, then either the same owner will agree for a reduced rental, or people might basically search for a reduced rental. Anyway, it's a pyramid, right? Depending upon, not everybody will go through good times or bad times in their jobs. So I think it's a very personal decision anyway for rentals.
So No Broker works across India, is that correct?
Yes, but we are mainly into 10 cities, which are 5 cities within NCR, right from Ghaziabad to Noida, across NCR, Faridabad, uh, and in the other 5 cities, which is Bombay, Pune, Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad. So we are mainly into the metros.
So what happens to sales that had been made on paper before the lockdown began, but that could not go through physically because of the lockdown across states, for instance? What happens to those?
So in case it is be it resale deal, be it a builder deal, in case the token money has already been paid and the negotiations are complete, then these people are basically waiting for the registration offices to get opened, and whenever that happens, they would like to consummate the deal, because because unless there is a big financial issue with respect to the buyer, nothing much has changed. In fact, because of the lowering of the home loan rates, now it will become a little bit more cheaper to own a house. Uh, so that is the case in terms of the execution. In terms of the new transactions, we believe that because we are into resale, much more than into the primary under construction buildings, No Broker being a C2C platform, so the propensity of people to go for a completed house, which is a pre-owned house, where they can see how the entire house looks and there is no construction risk. So we believe that post-lockdown, in terms of the proportion of resale property versus buying the new property, the proportion would increase further towards the resale properties, because customers would want to take lesser risk towards construction risk. That should and No Broker would basically be able to help more on that.
And what does less risk mean for the fiscal aspect of real estate?
So the definition of risk here in buying a property is in terms of ensuring that the property is rightly priced, and there are no issues in the property once the entire transaction basically happens. And the third and the final one is the bank risk, that you should be able to service your EMIs comfortably. Typically, Indians are conservative in terms of the way in which they take home loans. So we think that lowering the interest rates would help people and ease the burden in terms of paying EMIs. Anyway, government has done moratorium to postpone the EMIs, so that should help further. In terms of construction risk, I believe that risk might be there with B grade builders. A grade builders are anyway in good financial position, and they would want to complete the house and maintain the reputation that they have in the market. In terms of the legal help, whether the property itself has any risk related to the validity of the title, no broker helps, has a tie-up with lawyers, and we help in terms of full checking of the property, be it property title verification or be it encumbrance certificate, and so on and so forth. So that will continue to do, so that there is no risk in terms of the property type.
So, besides this fiscal impact that you've just told me about, what other impacts will there be of COVID 19 and the Indian lockdown on the real estate industry?
See, in terms of the rental transactions, we believe that the recovery will be swift. The prices might change in terms of higher or lower rentals. That depends upon the severity and the longevity of the pandemic. But rentals is something for which, in which the transactions will pick up again. The reason being that every rental contract typically has a defined period, 11 months, 24 months, and that period will get over as they get over often. And April, May, June, July is generally a peak period for rentals. So the peak might be now a lower in terms of transactions, but the change of house will still be there. So rentals we think will pick up faster. Buy and sell we think will have a negative impact, but the negative impact might be more for B grade developers and for properties which are under construction and has a long time to get completed. For resale properties where no broker is pretty strong, and for the tie-ups which are there with the A grade builders, we think the situation should rebound better.
So, based on what you're saying, A grade builders are definitely in a more secure position. And given that, do you think there is a likelihood somewhere that there will be a monopolization of builders after the lockdown?
Across country, the builders, the for the first step of a monopolization of builders is based upon the land titles that they own. That way, it is pretty diversified across the country. If you mean to say that between multiple categories, A, B, and C builders, the monopolization will happen more towards A grade builders, that might be true. So it may happen that post lockdown, the market share of A grade builders in terms of these sold properties will increase further, because customers would not want to take the construction risk, even if there is a discount of couple of percentage points. So not a monopolization of a single builder, but yes, higher market share of A grade builders who will ensure that delivery of the flats happen. That surely can happen.
Okay. And except from being a very established builder, what else can builders and other real estate firms do to support their clients throughout this process and then get them back on their feet in the buying or renting process after the lockdown?
See, so the answer is separate for both rental and sale. In terms of rental, the need of the hour is for the property owners to be much more empathetic with respect to the tenants. Within tenants, there will be people who are richer and for whom the rental constitute as a smaller percentage of their disposable income. For that upper middle class and richer class income category, nothing much would change. But for the lower middle class and a typical middle class, we think that the owners will be much more empathetic, and that will reflect in the rental prices in the short term. In terms of the sale, I think what would happen is that builders needs to make sure that they are much more transparent about what a client should expect. If they think that the registration will take more time, if they think the construction period will be longer, then I think customers will prefer those builders who are much more transparent about the delivery, because they have had bad experiences when the euphoric times were there 5 years back. So customers are also now much more vigilant, and because of RERA, the implications on builders not completing to their promises is also much more stringent. So I think this is the time when good builders will separate much more from the ones who are not so good. And there will be surely cases on a case-by-case basis where discounts would be given because builders would want the inventory to move. So in case you are a customer, I'm just saying as in general, you are a customer who wants to buy a property for living, for end use. Post lockdown might be a great time, because for resale properties owners and for new properties the builders both would want to consummate the transaction. And if you sit across the desk with a checkbook in your hand, I think the power hand is with you, and you might get a good discount. Your job is to make sure as a customer that the deal is clean and the construction risk is minimal.
All right. And finally, a very common concern, I think, across industries has been that they've been caught off guard by this lockdown because it was so sudden and nobody was really prepared for what was to come. So, what is No Broker doing at this time to become more prepared for a future lockdown potentially, or even an extension of this one?
So I think what has happened is that we have taken significant steps to make sure that our working is smooth, which basically meant the entire team, and we have a large team moving to their homes, making sure that they have all the technological support so that they can continue to work from home. So in terms of us working from home, I think the smooth transition has happened. With respect to customers, we continue to come up with innovation so that we can help them. For example, we have a No Brokerhood app, which is a visitor and community management app. We tied up with Big Basket and ITC to make sure that the grocery and vegetables get delivered at the society gate. We take the payment from each apartment and we publish the SKUs. We consolidate the order and we take payment from the customer. We pass this requirement to Big Basket, and Big Basket delivers the entire consolidated order at the society gate, which is then distributed within the society. So that is an innovation which we took recently, and it has been appreciated significantly. There are customers who had decided to move their essentials, their entire stuff, because they had given notice to the owners. They are very worried. So what we are doing now is, even yesterday, there were multiple deliveries, multiple packer and mover movements which happened yesterday, because Karnataka government has allowed the movement of both essentials and non-essentials through vehicles, through trucks. So in those cases where customers are desperate, they want to move, we are going out of our way and making sure that they move. One interesting thing which has happened is that many customers, as I said earlier, whose kids are shifting homes or who have already given notice to their owners and want to move, for those customers in rentals, they want to finalize property. The challenge is that they can't see the and visit the property. So in this case, what the team has done is, with the help of the owner, we have published the online videos of the property, and it is for thousands of properties we have created these videos. And personally, I'm very surprised that 200 of the tenants have finalized the property by just seeing video, never visiting that property. They have finalized the rental, they have given the token money for the house that they are going to move on, just based on the video. So desperate times calls for desperate and innovative measures, and I think this has been a very good innovation. And customers have also adapted to the new reality and have taken decisions based on the videos.
That's really fantastic. So, are you also offering some kind of security assurance or some kind of guarantee for those who have confirmed their bookings based only on the videos?
So we are a platform which connects both the owner as well as the tenant directly with each other. So the assurance is given by the owner, and what we do is to make sure that the entire process is smooth. We offer a facility in which there is a escrow account. Tenant can place that money in the escrow account, and once the things become more clearer, then he can shift. Then we shift that amount to the owner's bank account. That is facility number one. What we also do is that, because in these times post lockdown, people might not be able to move immediately towards government office to get the rental agreement registered, we provide a facility in which you can get the rental agreement registered. So what we do is, for cities, for non-Maharashtra cities, you just need to tell us the details. We will get that registration stamp on a stamp paper. We'll get the rental agreement done. and we'll courier it to your home. You don't need to come out of your home at all. In case of Maharashtra, where you need to go to government office, we have a facility in which a person will come to your home post lockdown, will take your biometrics, will use a laptop, click your photo, and will sync up with the government server. And you don't need to go anywhere. You can sit on a Sunday in your pajamas, and we will get the entire rental agreement registered while you are sitting at home.
So it appears that No Broker is being really productive during this time. And if there's one thing that you could say to all real estate owners and firms out there to be doing at this very time during the lockdown, what would it be?
Yes, so these are times which nobody had seen. I think what all of us should take solace in is that roti kapda makan are very very basic needs of humans. And while many of the plans might get postponed or the price points might change, the industry will keep on going. And like many other bad things in life or unpleasant things in life, my saying would be, this shall pass. So, so hopefully, looking for a better times in sale, rental anyway, I said, will witness a V-shaped recovery.
All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing your insight with us on Hustling from Home. And stay safe, stay informed, and keep hustling, Amit. Thank you.